and I'm very excited and very eager to welcome our guest speaker, Charmie ma'am. We are very
Thank you.
we are very happy to welcome you. And ma'am, since formally we may start little bit later, so straightforward, I would request you to start the session.
Thank you. Thank you, Atma Namaste, and thank you everyone for the kind introduction. Special thank you to, of course, BCAS, Chairman Govind ji, Co-Chairman Junjunwala ji, and Gracie, and everyone here for being present. And this is a wonderful opportunity for me to share certain spiritual truths, spiritual knowledge with all of you, and it's a very humbling experience. And I would like to add that everything that I will be talking about today, all the techniques that I will be sharing in this power-packed workshop, the credit for all of that goes to my guru, Grandmaster Choa Kuksui, who is the founder of modern pranic healing and Arhatic yoga. So everything that I am sharing, I have not founded those truths. I am just passing on the information that I have learned from the higher beings, the gurus, who are always there to guide us. Okay, so on that note, shall we begin already? Great. So we start, always I like to start with a simple prayer to God for divine blessings and divine protection. So gently let's close our eyes, join your hands in front of your heart, take a deep clearing breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Just allowing yourself to be fully present in this moment. And now mentally repeat with me, to the Supreme God, to all the holy angels, holy teachers, we humbly ask for your divine blessings, for your divine love, mercy, and for your divine protection. Let us also thank the angels of prosperity for their blessings. Thank you for blessing us with prosperity, with abundance, and the wisdom to use our resources properly, to improve our lives, and to be of service to others. To the angels of technology, we thank you for seamless streaming of this meeting. With thanks and in full faith, so be it. Inhale the blessings, exhale completely, and slowly open your eyes with a big smile. Once again, welcome everyone. Now coming to the topic that we have gathered here today. We have gathered here today to talk about prosperity consciousness, how to manifest abundance in our life, right? But before I talk more about that topic, I would like to start this workshop with some powerful aura cleansing. Why? Because we want to absorb a lot of new information today, right? And if we want to do that, we need to have a clean aura. If there are a lot of stress energies or worries, cares, concerns on your mind while you are trying to learn something new. I know most of you have come from a work day, right? So you have just finished some work, ran to just join this meeting, hurried up. So with that mode, if you start learning something new, it is difficult to grasp that new information, right? Those stresses, those worries will act as blocks and hurdles in the information reaching you well. Okay, so I want to start today with a quick cleansing technique. Okay, and this is a workshop, remember, this is not a lecture. So just listening to me is not enough. We want all of you to participate fully in the next 1.5 hours to get the most out of your time investment, right? So coming to this technique, what is this aura cleansing technique that I'm talking about? Very simple. We start from the crown chakra. Do we all know that we have a crown chakra at the top of our head? The Sahasrara chakra, as it is called in Sanskrit. Right? So just press your crown, all of you, just gently tap it. I want you to remember that this is the point of input for divine energies which are coming from God. Okay, so this is the point of input. Now press the center of your palms and be aware of the soles of your feet. These 4 points, 2 in your palms, 2 in your feet, are the points of output. Okay, what we will do is we will chant the mantra Om, and as we chant, the energy from God will enter you through the point of input, which is the crown. You will feel the energy going through you. It is almost like a high frequency, vibration passing through you, and it will flush out everything, all the stress, all the worries from these 4 points of output. Is that making sense? This is the point of input. We chant, divine energies come in, flow through us and out through the 4 points of output in our hands and feet. Okay, so let's do this. Raise your hands in this position. This is called the blessing position. Okay, and close your eyes. Keep your awareness on your crown chakra. Okay, just give it a few moments. Just give your crown chakra a few moments to get activated. Okay, not yet. We wait for the crown chakra to load itself up with energy. And you will notice that as you put your attention on your crown, you can already feel a slight pressure or tingling on your crown. Why? Because energy follows where you put your attention to. Okay, so your crown chakra is now continuously absorbing the divine energy coming from God. Now feel that energy from your crown going down to your head, your shoulders, and out through your hands. Also, some of it is going down to your body, the insides of your body, the organs, the tissues, down to your hips, to your thighs, your knees, your feet, and out. Is this clear? And now that the energy has started flowing, we will chant. So let's keep our eyes closed and chant along with this audio. You can chant mentally or out loud. Just be aware of your crown. Just let any negative energies to be flushed out through your body. Just be still, just be aware. Just be still. Put your hands down on your lap, palms open, facing upwards. Allow the vibrations passing through your aura to break down any leftover stress, worry, any thoughts. Just be still and be receptive, and let the energy keep draining through your hands and feet. All right, open your eyes. How does that feel? You can put it in the chat box. How do you feel? Do you feel lighter? Do you feel more calmer, present in this moment, more peaceful? Some of you might be feeling more focused, right? The best part is you can do this anytime. Let's say you had a long, rough day. Then just as the work day ends, you do this simple technique for 2-3 minutes. You sit in your car, or just when you enter your home. It's like a spiritual shower at the end of the day to feel lighter and cleaner. And the secret here, simple secret to this technique is to have the right information. Point of input is the crown, and point of output are your hands and feet. Okay? Now, are you curious why this technique works so well? I can see all the comments. I think it's worked for so many of you all, right? So let us understand why this technique works. It takes you back to the basic understanding of energy. Now we all know that our inner world is a reflection of our outer world, right? This means what? This means that our thoughts, our emotions, whatever is generated by our chakras is our inner or energy world. Because every emotion, every thought is energy. Is that making sense? So that inner world, how it is it strong? Is it clean? Or is it blocked? Is it filled with happy thoughts or ugly thoughts? That will ultimately reflect in your physical reality. And a lot of people don't understand this, when they say things like, oh, I'm so poor, or I'm so broke that I can't even afford this, I can't afford that. What did you just do when you say things like that? You created certain thoughts, certain energy of a low vibration. On the other hand, if your thoughts are like, oh, I'm so blessed, I'm happy and I'm satisfied with my life, and you say it with full certainty, your aura will now be filled with that energy of a higher vibration. Make sense? And I know some of you might be new to the world of energy and spirituality, so I want to make sure that I cover some basic concepts to facilitate everyone's understanding of some of the weird stuff that you might see today. Right? Trust me, we as energy workers, I can say on behalf of all the energy workers that we love doing this weird stuff. It's just like you keep doing weird stuff enough number of times and it becomes normal in your life. Okay, so your inner world, as I was saying, consists of your aura. Your aura is made up of thoughts, emotions, and your chakras. Now let's make this more practical. Okay, this is a workshop like I was saying. So I don't want to just talk about energy. Anybody can do that, right? I want to help you experience this energy so that everything that we are talking about becomes more real to you. So let's sit straight, rub your hands together, press the center of your palms, and now I want you to connect your tongue to the roof of your mouth. So if this is the roof of your mouth, this is your tongue, just gently curve your tongue, connect it to the roof of your mouth, very gently, don't hold it rigid, okay? I don't want your attention to be on your tongue, just very gently try to curl your tongue, keep it connected to the roof of your mouth. Now what will we do? Now I want you to open your palms like this to allow the energy to flow easily, okay? Now just close your eyes and imagine that there is light coming down into your palms, okay? Energy or light is entering your palms. Just close your eyes, be aware of the center of your palms. Inhale that light into your palms and gently exhale it out through your palms. Once again, inhale that light into your palms, this time up to your elbows, and again exhale it out from your palm. One more time. Inhale from your palm up to your elbows and shoulders and neck and head, and exhale it out of your hands. Same back root out. All right. By now, most of you should be feeling something, right? In general, what people feel is a slight tingling sensation or sometimes a little bit of heaviness, some warmth or something cool, sometimes a slight pressure, like some kind of vibration flowing through you. Okay. Now, what I want you to do is hands facing each other, okay? So just relax your shoulders, hands facing each other, tongue again connected to the roof of your mouth. Just by doing that, some of you might start feeling some sensations between your palms. Now everyone's level of sensitivity to energy is different, okay? So it's okay if you don't feel anything, just relax, just try it out. There's no stress about not feeling something, okay? So just put your hands like this. Now pull your hands out slowly and then come in slowly, very gently. Just be aware of the center of your palm. Both the palms, just be aware of those points at the center of your palm and keep moving your hands in and out, very gently. Okay, what you are feeling right now, what some of you might be feeling right now is the flow of energy and life force through your body. It is important to be as still as you can be in order to feel this, because this is something so subtle, right? You can't be moving constantly and trying to feel this. It requires all your attention. So just be still and try to do this one more time. Okay. Now to make it even more real, imagine, take one finger from your right hand, imagine light coming out of it and just twirl it on the other palm. Just look at the other palm, continue twirling. What do you feel? See if there are any sensations on the other palm. Opposite direction, change the direction. Some of you are feeling something there. Now all of this is just basic preliminary experiments, okay? This is just so that you have a better understanding of energy. You can share in the chat box what kind of sensations you felt, okay? One more step further now. Put your hands, both your hands like this. Do they feel the same? Just check. Right and left, both feel the same, almost the same, right? 90, 100 is fine, all the same, both the same. Now put one hand down, okay? Just let's say you have your right hand in front of you. Look at this hand and say, apple. I want you to imagine a red apple sitting on this hand, okay? So just start imagining. Look at your palm, imagine as if there is a red apple on it. Keep looking at that red apple. Now look at that apple and verbally say it with me out loud, okay? Apple, 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 apple. Now while you are looking at the apple, try to think about how you feel when you eat an apple. Some of you like apples, so just you can go like, delicious, juicy, nice. If you hate the apple taste, then you can be like, oh, I don't like that taste, right? So whatever it is for you, if you like it, you don't like it, just look at that apple and feel that feeling about whether you like the apple or not. Okay, good enough. You imagined a red apple on this hand, right? Now I want you to try and feel the energy just like we did earlier with both hands coming in and out. Okay, so take your other hand, start from the top, slowly bring it closer to this hand. Continue looking at the apple. Slowly bring that other hand closer and see. Does your hand hesitate after a point? Is there anything as if there's something that you can feel? Try. Now try doing the same thing on your forearm. Here we have not imagined anything, right? So keep your forearm and try bringing the other hand closer. Is there anything that you feel? Not really. It is able to come down easily. But when you put your finger on this hand where the apple is, you feel some kind of resistance. There is something there, as if there's something there. You can also compare both arms. Hold both your hands like this. Does this hand feel heavier? Noticeably heavier for some of you, right? Now rub your hands off. Say disintegrate, disintegrate, disintegrate. Completely. Compare both hands again. Feels the same again? Almost the same. Okay? You can try to scan. Is there anything here now? You disintegrated the apple. Can you feel something? No. Can you feel something? No. That whatever that pressure or some resistance that you are getting is gone. So the question is, what happened? What just happened? Let me make it very, very direct, okay? Every time you think of something, you feel something, or you even intend to do something, your energy field, using your chakras, using energy, like you call it chi, you call it ki, prana, vitality energy, life force, any name that you use, okay? It will just, your aura will form a thought form or a hologram of that feeling or thought. It will create that thought form. That is why when you visualize the apple, you are thinking of how delicious that apple tastes, and then compared both hands, a lot of you were sensitive enough to feel the heaviness of that thought form, the hologram of that apple which you created on your palm. Remember, everything you think or feel is energy. That's why you notice that when you talk to someone, you feel very light, you feel lighter from within, you feel good. But with some other people, you just start feeling heavy, very uncomfortable, right? That is the energy of that person. And that is why mental health problems are as real as physical health problems. Everyone with me? Please share your experience in the comments section. What did you feel when you were trying to scan the apple? What were the sensations? Now, the point here is that we just experimented with one simple thought, okay, that of a red apple. But imagine how many thoughts and emotions we have every single day. According to some estimates, some scientists have estimated this, we have 6,000 some say, and some say even up to 80,000 thoughts a day, right? So these thoughts and emotions are generated by our energy bodies and they populate our aura, our energy field. So if your internal reality is one of doubts, fears, low self-esteem, feeling of unworthiness, or you have a lot of anger, you have a lot of critical thoughts in your aura, then do you think you will be able to attract happiness, good health, prosperity, abundance in your external reality? No, right? We all understand the law of attraction. Okay, so as part of my coaching and healing work, I help clients to transform their lives, create a life that they love. And the first step to transform your external life is to start by transforming your internal reality. And a key ingredient to creating a life that we love is what? Money, right? And that is what we are here to talk about today. Prosperity consciousness, how to manifest abundance in our life. Which brings me to the next point. What is the difference between prosperity consciousness and poverty consciousness? First thing to remember here, when you think of something, that thought contains your thoughts and your feelings both. Thoughts and feelings, they are a combination. They are both made up of energy. And that thought form that you create radiates energy around it. So every thought also has its own aura. So let's say you know somebody who likes to complain a lot. It does not matter whether their complaints are justified or not. Okay, whether they are right or wrong is a different matter, but they like to complain a lot. Their energy field will be filled with these small thought forms of complaints, which are filled with heavy energies, gross energies. Now each thought form, like I was saying, will have an aura of its own, 3 to 5 inches, depending on the intensity and duration of the thought. So what kind of vibration do you think this person's aura would be radiating? You get close to them and you will go like, oh, I feel like throwing up, just by being close to this person. And sometimes you don't even need to get close. You just look at some people from far and you go like, I don't want to be any closer to that person. I don't want to have a conversation with that person. They make you feel heavy and low. Can everybody relate to this? We all have met such people in our lives. Now, when a situation happens, good or bad, what do you think this person who is full of this negative vibration energy, what do you think this person will be seeing in that particular situation? Most likely, they will say, here we go again. Whatever bad can happen always happens to me. Whatever can go wrong will go wrong in my life. Sounds familiar? This is a form of poverty consciousness. Okay. On the other hand, now imagine that your aura is filled with positive thoughts, and each of these positive thoughts also has an aura by itself, and now this is populating your energy field. So when a situation happens in your life, and let's say it is not favorable to you, something goes wrong, but before your mind can create any negative reaction, you are already affected by these positive energies in your aura, and you go like, okay, so this just happened. Let me try and see what's good in this situation. How can I make this better? Is there any lesson that I can learn from this situation? What about this situation is in my hands? What is in my control? How can I turn this around? Why? Because you already had the momentum of all those positive thoughts and emotions that you have been creating. Okay? Same logic for that negative guy. So even if a situation is good, they are riding on the momentum of the negative energy, and they do not even get a chance to create positive thoughts. So that's why my teacher used to always say, big fish eat small fish. Okay, so big fish will eat a small fish. What does this mean? This means that the majority of the big thoughts that populate our aura, that are already present in our aura, will gobble up the small thoughts. That is why so many times, all of us have experienced this, okay? I'll give you an example. Start of the year, you create New Year resolutions. Now, only for those resolutions to be completely ignored and forgotten in about a couple of months, sometimes a couple of weeks. Am I right or am I right? Right? This is because our aura is filled with these negative thoughts and emotions and experiences from the past. From the past year probably. And those, because you've been carrying those negative thoughts and emotions for so long, they have become like a big fish. So the minute your mind is not focused, you are not feeling very focused on your goals that you have just set, you let down your guard for one day. And what will happen? The big fish will chop, 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 eat down the small thought that you have just created about that New Year resolution. Okay? All gone, poof. Sounds familiar? Have you all experienced this? Now, because we have not removed those old energies, what happens is like it goes down like a downward spiral. And then by February, by March, we are all feeling low, dejected that once again I could not, follow my New Year resolutions, or I have not been working on towards my goals. Now, this is the reason we need to look at our past. We need to remove what we no longer need and then look at the future. Identify what do we need in the future. So once we have looked at the past, once we have looked at the future, then we decide what to do in the present. Okay, you zoom out, you look at your life, past, future, present. Next thing you need to do is ask this simple question: who is looking at the past, the present and the future? Who is observing the past, present and the future? Simple, I am. So who is the I am? I am the soul. Is that making sense? So the spiritual aspect is right there, because that part is the missing link in what people teach about prosperity. Most people, when they are talking about prosperity, they talk about money, they'll talk about being positive, you have to have positive thoughts, law of attraction, attracting prosperity. But very few will actually connect it to spirituality. And that, I feel, is the real secret. Because let me ask you, who created the negative thoughts of poverty consciousness? I, the soul. Who created the positive thoughts of poverty consciousness? Again, I, the soul. So the creator of all our emotions and thoughts is the soul. So no matter how many positive affirmations I make you say right now, but if the rest of the day, all your soul is doing is creating negative, sad thoughts, energies of worry, self-doubt, and especially, for some of us who have had a tough life, a tough childhood, we have seen while growing up, our parents had very negative thoughts about money, that it is very difficult to earn money, or sometimes money is the root of all evil, Those thoughts and emotions that we have been carrying since our childhood, they are present in our aura since a very long time. So what happens? Big fish eat the small fish. Is this making sense? Is everybody with me? And of course, we are here because we have a solution to that. Okay? So what we are going to do today is going to help us create sustainable prosperity, because now we are looking at this whole scenario from the perspective of the soul. It is not possible to have sustainable prosperity without spirituality. Okay? But some of you will think now that, okay, but I know many non-spiritual people who are very, very prosperous. Okay? Let me tell you, a lot of it has to do with other factors. It is very possible that they have a lot of good karma from their past lifetimes, and we will talk about that later. Okay? Another thing is that they may not talk to you about it, but they may be doing certain practices in the background which allows them to create positive thoughts and move in that direction. Okay, so let's go to the technique. Okay, all of this what I said is good and nice, good to hear, but let's talk about what can we do to deal with those seed thoughts, those negative traits that we have gathered within us. There are two steps. The first step is called conscious purging. When I say purging, it means getting rid of those old thought forms, those old energies which are no longer serving us. Okay, taking out all undesired energies from our aura. That is the first step. Cleaning up. Simply put, cleaning time. So how do we clean up? First, when we have to clean up, first step is to identify what that negative trait is, right? First we need to identify, then we can take it out. Now how can you identify? When you go into a deep awareness of your own life, you will get a deeper understanding of who you really are. What are my deepest beliefs? What are my biggest fears? And when you answer those questions yourself, you may realize that, every time that you're trying to do something new, a new project in your life, you're trying to achieve success at some new job, new business, and then every time you reach a certain level of success, or something good is happening in your life, let's say you get a new client, you sign up a new client, or you get a promotion that you've been waiting for, everything seems to be going well externally, but internally at a deep level, sometimes even subconsciously, you start feeling guilty, or you start thinking, you start wondering, is this really happening to me? Or how did this happen? Maybe I just got lucky. But what if my luck is running out? Or do I really deserve this promotion? Do I really, am I really worthy of this? Now, if you do not identify this pattern of your own deep-seated beliefs, then you can attend as many seminars or workshops as you want. You might find some things work temporarily, but there cannot be real change without first knowing what are you trying to change. Is that making sense? So what I'm saying now is that all of us have to practice ruthless self-honesty. That is the only way to identify what are our own deepest beliefs. And once you have identified what that belief is, we use a powerful technique to extract that belief, that energy from your aura and release it completely. And I will make you all practice this right now. Okay, we'll do it today. So well, we'll practice it enough time so that after the workshop you can use that technique by yourself. You don't need me anymore. Okay. Now I don't want you to go back from this workshop and say that I attended this interesting session and I heard some really interesting things. No, this is not a lecture. This is a workshop. Okay. We have to practice this practically. So let us start now by choosing one belief that we know that we have about money or prosperity, success. We know that we have this belief internally and we know that it is creating a block. Okay, so let's say deep down you always have this feeling that I don't deserve to be successful, that I do not have it within me to become a partner or a CEO or be successful at whatever it is that you choose to do. So you may be constantly doubting yourself whether I'm good enough, because somebody in the past someday said something bad about you, or maybe my parents told me that I would never be successful, or my teacher in school said that I was dumb, that I was not intelligent, or simply because I feel that I don't know everything that I need to know and that's why I'm not worthy, because I don't have experience. Does that sound familiar? Resonating with anybody, like similar thoughts that we have? Okay, so there are many other limiting beliefs and seeds that we carry within us. For example, it could be the belief that money is the root of all evil, the belief that money will make you a bad person, that the only way to earn money is through bad things. The people who are rich, they have done something wrong to have that money. Okay, all of these beliefs are blocking your prosperity. It could simply be, forget all of this, it could simply be the fact that internally that I am lazy, or I have the tendency to procrastinate, so that even when there is a wonderful opportunity to grab right in front of you, and you know that if you do that you will earn a lot of money, but you just cannot bring yourself to act on it, right? Internally I want to do that, this project is good, it will make me successful, it will bring me more money, but it is almost like beyond your reach. You just cannot get yourself to work on it. So it can be any belief or behavioral pattern which you identify in yourself. This is the seed which you need to release in order to attract prosperity in your life. Everyone with me? Everyone has at least a faint idea of what these seeds could be for yourself. You don't need to know for other people, but for yourself. Okay, and once you have identified the seed, then what is the next thing? You have to disidentify. Disidentify how? By realizing that I, the soul, created these thoughts. I created those emotions, maybe from the circumstances around me, or maybe I heard it from someone. Whatever the reason is, but I created those and they are not me. Okay, when I asked you to visualize the apple, you visualize the apple. Does that mean you are the apple? No, right? You are not the apple. You are the thinker of the thought. Similarly, you are just the thinker of these beliefs. You are just the feeler of these emotions. Okay, so you have to disidentify now that, okay, I have this belief. I created it, but I don't need it anymore. So I want to release this. The minute you do that, you disentangle yourself from that belief. In Buddhist terms, they say disentangle. So imagine that you keep disentangling and removing a lot of these thoughts and emotions out of your aura using the technique that I will shortly show you. You disentangle. What do you think happens to your aura? It will have like a temporary, vacuum space, empty space, because it will be so empty, free of space that was, being blocked by these beliefs. And then what you do is step 2. Once you have emptied the space in your aura, then you fill yourself with positive energies, positive thoughts, all the positive emotions that you want. This is called conscious imprinting. Okay, and these positive thoughts, once you fill them in your aura, they will keep working in the background. Then they'll push you towards success so that you can attract more opportunities. And when that opportunity will come to you, then you will be able to take action on it as well. Is that making sense? Now some of you are thinking, why explain so much? Why not just do it? This is the workshop. But the reason I'm explaining so much is because the minds of majority of us here, most of us are chartered accountants, I think, right? We are very mental people, right? Mentally inclined. So if I just come here and tell you, just trust me, just believe whatever I'm saying, have faith and it will work. Do you think you would be really deep down able to accept that this technique will work? No, I don't think for most of you all, no. And if you don't believe that it will actually work, then either you will not practice it, or even if you practice it, it will be half-hearted, none of which will help you. Okay, so once you understand why we are doing what we are doing, there is a certainty in your mind that, okay, this will work, let's do this. Okay, now let's get down to the practical application. Here's what we are going to do. We will work on one core belief today, which most of us have within us. Okay, I have chosen the core belief of being unworthy. I think most of you should be able to relate with this. It might show up within each one of us in different forms. Okay, the basic feeling that I don't deserve to be successful, or that self-doubt that you have that I am not good enough to be successful. How will I ever be able to achieve this goal? Those thoughts all of us have, right, within us. Some of you are also thinking that, of course, I deserve to be successful. I really believe I deserve to be successful. But just wait. If you look at the past, we all have had those incidents where we've asked questions like, how come he got the promotion and I didn't? Maybe I did something wrong, or am I just unlucky? Or maybe it just wasn't my time. And then that another thought that maybe I really don't have it within me to achieve this. All of us have these little doubts in our head which come and go. And we all have different versions of this belief, but this is the general idea, unworthiness, not being worthy to be successful. And so that internally you feel that no matter how hard I work, it will never happen. No matter how hard I work, my boss will never notice me, or my client will never appreciate me. Everyone with me? So let's begin. This technique that we are going to use is called the white screen technique. Okay, it is taught in many different spiritual traditions. But we will use a very simple yet a very powerful energy infused method. Okay, we want to flush out all of these old beliefs, all this garbage that we have in our aura. So first step, before we do, just like any other experiment, we have auditors here with us. So we need a before and after comparison to validate whether this experiment or this technique worked, right? So here's what we will do. We will check how much prosperity energy we have in our aura right now. Okay, everybody curious? We will all check for ourselves. So just rub your hands. Rub your hands. Now take your left hand. Okay, keep it like this. Imagine there is a flower over here. What is this flower? This flower is actually your basic chakra. A lot of you know about the basic chakra, the root chakra or the Muladhara chakra. That is actually our prosperity center. It is located at the base of our spine. Now I want you to just visualize that this root chakra or this basic chakra is here. Okay, look at that as if it's a flower right here. Okay, now look at that imaginary prosperity center and say, I the soul am scanning my prosperity center. Repeat it 2 more times. You have to believe it, right, in order for it to work. I the soul am scanning my prosperity center. I the soul am scanning my prosperity center. Now take your right hand, start from a little far, okay. So let's say you start from here. Take your right hand, slowly come closer and closer. Just keep focusing on that prosperity center, bring your hand closer. As soon as you feel something, stop and open your eyes. You can close your eyes while you are doing this, okay, to avoid any bias. As soon as you feel something, open your eyes and just check how far your hand is. Okay, from this point to this point, how many inches? Is this like 1 foot, 6 inches, whatever that measurement is for you, and make a note somewhere, okay. Now this is your baseline measurement. Okay, and when you're scanning, you know, some of us are very cynical. You know, it will be like, I feel there's something, but there's something here also. There's something here also. Don't doubt yourself. Okay, you start from far, slowly come closer. As soon as you feel something, stop. Just take a measure, approximate measure, note. Now the easiest way to get this wrong is to analyze and overthink it. Okay, so don't do that. Trust your measurement and just make a note. So now ready for the technique? I hope everybody has made a note of the baseline measurement of your prosperity center. Just give me a yes or a thumbs up so I know we are ready. Okay, so what are we going to do? We are working on the feelings of low self-esteem, self-doubt, unworthiness. Okay, now if you are thinking that I feel I am worthy all the time and so this is not for me, just trust me and try it. Okay, and there is a way to find out if this energy was really inside you or not. We will check that later. So ready? Now find an empty spot close to you. So if I am sitting here, find a spot close to yourself. Make sure that nobody is going to walk through that spot for the next 30 minutes or at least for the next 15 minutes. And I want you to visualize a violet fire in that spot. Visualize that there is a violet fire which is about 3 feet in height. Okay, keep that fire next to you. It is burning next to you. Now coming to the technique. Everybody ready with the fire? Visualize now a white screen in front of you. Okay, like this. Just draw. There is a white screen in front of you. Whatever size you like it to be, your choice. It's like a movie screen. Now the purpose of this is that as you visualize whatever you are thinking or feeling on the screen, it will allow you to first identify that, okay, I have this feeling of unworthiness. You're seeing it happening in front of you. And then because you're seeing it outside of you, you're able to disidentify much more easily. Okay, so close your eyes. You have drawn that screen is in front of you. You can look at the screen with open eyes, close your eyes, whatever works for you. What I want you to do is to recall and be aware of any incidents in the last few years or even maybe earlier than that. Anything, even in the minutest form, where you felt unworthy to be prosperous or successful. Whatever thoughts are coming up, incidents are coming up, memories are coming up, just put it all on the screen as if the movie of your own life is, you know, being played in front of you. Just put it all on the screen. Somebody said something, did something which affected your self-esteem. Maybe you were passed over for a promotion which you know you deserved. So since then you have been constantly doubting yourself. Or maybe you have seen your parents doubting themselves, second guessing themselves all the time. So you thought that it's normal, you know, to feel like this. Whatever that is, just put it on the screen. Come on, everyone, close your eyes and practice. This is a workshop, okay, not a lecture. I want you to try it practically. Picture all of that on your white screen like a movie, like you're watching somebody else's life. Now open your eyes, put your hands like this and paint that entire screen with blue. Imagine that you have blue paint in your hands and just paint it blue, 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 blue. Okay, what this does is it stabilizes the energy on that screen so it doesn't go anywhere else. Now cover that screen with blue. Look at that screen, crumple it. It's a screen, it's a paper, piece of paper. Crumple it, crumple, crumple, crumple. Look at that crumpled piece of paper and say, these energies, these thoughts are not the I. They are not me. I created them, but I don't need them anymore. So I am releasing them. Okay, and then what do? You throw it in the violet fire. That crumpled piece of paper, throw it in that violet fire next to you and say, cut, cut, cut. You are disconnecting yourself from that energy completely. And in the violet fire, once you throw it, the energy gets disintegrated, because that is the property of violet fire. That was one single time. We will do it 6 more times, so a total of 7 times. Okay, let's begin. Second time, once again draw the screen. Visualize whatever it is, any situation where you had low self-esteem, unworthiness. Dump it all on that screen. Let's go. Think of the time maybe you wanted to speak to your boss about something, but you didn't feel confident. You feel you don't know enough. You're fearful of making that call to a client. Dump it all out on that screen. And now cover in dark blue paint. Blue, blue, blue. Blue, blue, blue. Take that screen, crumple it, look at that and say, these are not the I. I created them, they serve me no more. Cut, disconnect, throw it in the fire. No time to pause. Third time, one more time. Draw the screen, same thing. Some of you are thinking, now I can't think of anything, I can't remember anything. I'll tell you why later, but force yourself. Because these negative thoughts and emotions are kind of like, they are stuck in your aura, like mucus gets stuck in your nose. I know that sounds gross, but they are very stubborn. So you have to pull it out with your willpower, okay? So go, whatever is coming up. Big chunks of this energy are still sitting inside. Put it all on the screen. It could be something somebody said to you many years ago. Something somebody said about you behind your back. You're feeling very angry, so disappointed. All of those memories, put everything, whether it is something silly or major, dump it on that screen. Okay, open your eyes now, paint blue, paint blue, paint blue. You notice I'm not giving you time to think, so that it is easier to cut, detach from that emotion. Cut, 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 crumple that screen, crumple, crumple, crumple. These are not the I, these emotions are not me. I disconnect from them. Throw it in the fire. Keep going. 3 times you are done. 4th time. Draw the screen. I know some of you are coming up blank now, but try harder. It could be something that happened many years ago as a child. Maybe something in school. Maybe you failed in some exam, some test, and the teacher said something mean to you. Maybe your friends laughed at you. Whatever it is, put it on that screen. Dump it, let's go. Just put everything on that screen. Open your eyes. Paint blue, paint blue, paint blue. Crumple it. These are not the I. I created them, but they are no longer me. Throw in the violet fire. 5th time. Draw the screen. Dump every single incident of your life that ever made you feel that you are not good enough. Put it on that screen. Do not hesitate. Do not try to filter out anything. Okay, maybe you are constantly compared to your siblings or a friend, or when you were a child, and maybe it felt like nothing you ever do will be enough. Dump that feeling on the screen. Whatever is coming up, just dump it all. Do not filter. Okay, keep dumping, keep putting it on the screen. Open your eyes. Paint blue, paint blue, paint blue. Crumple the screen. These are not the I. Cut, disconnect, cut. Throw in the fire. Second last time now. Come on, keep going. Come on. You're doing so well. Draw the screen, dump on it whatever is left. I know some of you are exhausted already. This is like psychic diarrhea. I know it is exhausting, but it is good for you, okay? So let it all come out. Even if it is the slightest, tiniest thing, when it is just a feeling, like, you're thinking, I don't even recall what happened. Imagine that there's some energy there, put it on that screen. Imagine like a grey cloud on the screen. Cover that in blue paint, blue, 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 blue. Crumple the screen. These are not the I, these are not me. Cut, disconnect, throw in the fire. One last time, do it with all your will. Draw the screen. Whatever is left, put it on the screen. Even if it is coming up blank, just say anything that is left within me. Whatever energies of unworthiness, low self-esteem, self-doubt that are left within me, I release them, I put them on the screen. Cover in dark blue paint, blue, 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 blue. Crumple the screen. These are not the I. Cut. Throw it in the fire. Take a deep breath. All right. Anybody notice something? Just observe your thoughts and emotions. Some of you are feeling like, it's quiet. Finally, it's quiet within me. Okay? Lighter, absolutely. Let us check something. Remember your prosperity center that you scanned before we did this experiment? Okay, once again, take your left hand, imagine that there is, your prosperity center is here, your basic chakra is here. Look at it and say, I the soul am scanning my prosperity energy. I the soul am scanning my prosperity center. I the soul am scanning my prosperity center. Now use your right hand, start from a little far, close your eyes, keep coming closer till you feel something. Stop immediately. What happened? Every time we do this, people notice a difference. Some people say that it has almost doubled or at least increased by 50%. Can you all share with me? Try scanning it. Just say, I am scanning my prosperity energy. I am scanning my prosperity center. Is there any change for you from what you had scanned in the, before we did the technique? Double, lovely. Now we are thinking, could that be right? How is this possible? We didn't chant any mantra, we didn't do any meditation, we have not put any energy. All we did was take the garbage out. You have to understand how energy works. Your chakra is like a propeller, like wheel, which is made of energy. So any thoughts, any negative emotions clogs it down, slows it down. And when it is slower, it cannot absorb energy, neither can it release whatever it is, whatever are the blockages inside. But somehow, if we do certain techniques, and there are many different ones like this one, it is like, you're taking out all the garbage from that fan, from that wheel. Once you remove that garbage, it will start spinning faster. So when the chakra spins faster, because it is made of energy, it absorbs more energy from the environment. The blades of that wheel, of that fan will get longer, they will get bigger. That's why when you scan the chakra, it is now bigger. So the idea is here that you do this ritual, this technique that we did 7 times, white screen technique, you do it for the next 7 days. You do it 7 times every day for the next 7 days. Preferably at the same time every day. That is the power of ritual. When you create a ritual, you do it at the same time. And there is a power in the number 7. So we do it for 7 times every day for 7 days. This is very important, okay? I cannot stress this enough, to do this 7 days in a row. Now we are almost done. Stay with me. I know this has been quite heavy, so far. Now since we are talking about consciousness, we have to talk about conscious giving and receiving also. My session would be incomplete without that. What do I mean when I say conscious giving and receiving? I am talking about the law of karma. Now this is very important aspect of any prosperity tradition. You cannot receive without giving and vice versa. What does the law of karma say? As you sow, so shall you reap. That's the law of the universe. So you need to give in order to create space to receive. And then when you receive, you develop the ability to give even more. So it works like a cycle. Making sense? Now if you break any part of that cycle, whether it is the giving part or even the receiving part, even receiving is equally important. If you break any part of this cycle, it manifests as poverty or misery. Now there are many ways of doing this, okay? So here's what we will do. we will consciously imprint our aura. We have freed up a lot of space in the aura by using the technique. So what we will do now is we will use a super advanced meditation technique from the school of pranic healing. It is called the meditation on twin hearts. In this meditation, we become channels of blessing the entire earth and all its inhabitants with love, with happiness, with abundance and prosperity. How is this going to help? Imagine law of karma. We all know, right? One seed, many fruits. Now imagine that you are blessing 7 billion people on earth with abundance and prosperity. How many seeds did you sow? So many. Imagine the amount of good karma generated. And why is this important? So that you have to understand, you can do all the energy techniques in the world, remove all the bad that is inside you, insert everything good, multiply your prosperity energy levels, but none of that would be useful without any opportunities coming your way. Somebody needs to give you a chance, right? Somebody needs to give you a break. That is where good karma comes in. Okay, so let us begin. We will do this super advanced technique, this meditation, which is called the meditation on twin hearts. I will just share a few instructions so that the meditation goes smoothly. The meditation is first of all guided, so there will be instructions which will be given throughout. You simply have to follow those instructions and do the meditation along with that. Okay, there is no need to chant out loud. There will be a point where there is Om chanting in the meditation. Everything is happening mentally. And just stay as still as you can throughout the meditation. And like I was saying, in this meditation we become channels of blessing humanity, of blessing Mother Earth. So when we are asked to bless, we are asked to raise our hands in blessing position. So when the instruction comes, raise your hands at chest level. This is how your hands will be. Then you will visualize a small earth in front of you and you will bless divine energies. Once again, this is the point of input. Now you all know. Energies are coming from the crown, from the heart and going to this earth in front of you. Just follow the instructions. I will not complicate it anymore. Okay, and who should not do this meditation? Because this is an advanced meditation, just a small word of caution. Anybody below the age of 16 or somebody with severe heart ailments, if you have hypertension which is not under control, if it is under control, it is fine. If you have glaucoma, somebody who consumes excessive alcohol or uses any kind of substances, somebody with kidney, liver problems or heavy smokers. If we have any of these in the group, I would advise that you keep your eyes open for the next few minutes. This is a 20-minute meditation. Just keep your eyes open and be with us. Why I am saying you do not keep your eyes closed is because when you keep your eyes closed, there will be a lot of energy flow, and because of these conditions, it might not suit your body so well. Okay, because this is a very powerful meditation, like I was saying. So this is just a small word of caution. Great. Is everybody ready now for the meditation to imprint your aura with positive thoughts, with prosperity and create good karma? Okay. So let's find a comfortable sitting position. Keep your spine erect. If you're sitting on the chair, avoid leaning on the back. Okay, you want to keep your spine erect as far as possible. You can even be seated on the floor. And if you're sitting on the chair, keep your feet touching the ground. If you're sitting on the floor, you can be cross-legged like in Sukhasana. Okay. Now connect the tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth once again. Tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth. This is important. This completes the energy circuit within your body. Okay, let's close our eyes and let's be ready for this meditation. Keep your hands, palms open on your lap. No mudras in this meditation. Okay, there is a reason for that. Just keep your palms open on your lap, no mudras. Now close your eyes, and I want all of us to be mentally aware of the presence of all 80 people who have joined this session today. Okay, visualize that we are all together in a virtual classroom and mentally say, I salute the divinity within each one of us. I salute the Atma within each one of us. Spiritually, we are all one. Spiritually, there is only oneness. There are no different bodies. Our hearts are one. Our souls are one. We are one. And let us begin. want you to visualize something now in this meditative mode. Let us all visualize and mentally repeat this with me. Money flows to me like a river. Money rains on me like a waterfall. Try to visualize a river of money coming towards you. You will ever need. Now visualize yourself under a waterfall of money. You are being showered with as much money as you want. And as you keep receiving more money, you keep giving to people in need. You keep donating money to different causes. And as you keep donating, more money comes to you from God. Rivers and waterfalls of money coming to you. And now there are more people coming to you from far, far places for help, for different reasons. And you are making donations to everyone. And as you continue to give away money, more and more trucks of money, waterfalls of money are coming your way. At one point of time, you are sitting on a huge mountain of money. And you are feeling so grateful and blessed. You say, Lord God, thank you for these blessings. Thank you, the angels of prosperity, for blessing me with abundance, with money, with success, and with spirituality, in full faith. So it is. Just inhale these blessings. Just enjoy this bliss. And now, because we still have excess energy in our system from this meditation, let us use this energy to create more good karma. Okay, once again, let us raise our hands in blessing position. Visualize a small earth in front of you, the size of a small ball, and let us direct this energy that we still have within us to help bring peace in Russia and Ukraine, especially in the country of Ukraine. So let the energy, the excessive energy from your body, from your chakras, from your aura go out from your hands, directed towards the country of Ukraine and Russia and all its people. Let them all be blessed. Let them be divinely protected and divinely shielded from any harm. Let there be peace in the country of Russia and Ukraine. Let their leaders be divinely blessed with inner clarity and the inner strength to do what is right. Let there be peace. Visualize that the soldiers are putting down their weapons. Visualize that there is peace, all the civilians are safe. Let them all be blessed with peace, with love, with divine protection and divine order. Now, you can continue blessing any projects, any goals that you have, that you wish to manifest, any clients, your family members. You can even bless yourself. Visualize whatever you want to manifest happening in front of you and send energy from your hands to this visualization. Continue blessing. Send positive energies, allowing these goals and dreams to manifest easily, rapidly and properly, as per the divine plan of God. So be it. Whenever you are done, slowly put your hands down and gently open your eyes with a big, big smile. How do you feel? Is there peace within you? I know by this point a lot of us are so blissed out, it is difficult to respond to my questions. But I would love if you all would once again scan your basic chakra, your prosperity center, your left hand. Visualize that this is your prosperity center. Okay, like a flower. Say, I, the soul, am scanning my prosperity center. I, the soul, am scanning my prosperity center. Take your right hand. Start from even further now. Scan. Keep your eyes closed, and the minute you feel something, stop. Okay? Stop. And now check. Compare it to your baseline measurement. Has the size of your prosperity center increased? Is there more prosperity energy in your body, in your chakras? Please put it in the chat once you have scanned. Great. Thank you for sharing the feedback. Thank you. Thank you so much. I hope all of you enjoyed, all of you could learn something new today, and I hope the session was informative, helpful. Thank you so much for your time. Atma Namaste from my side, and I will hand it over to Gracie now.
Thank you, Charmie. That was wonderful. Govindji, okay. Govindji.
Over to you. Charmie. It was wonderful session. I cannot miss it. I cannot say any word about it. People know me that I am speaking so much on so many things. But today your workshop has been conducted in such a manner that we have been in another word. We are not in our senses at present. Charmie, that will need your guidance in these matters. I think that if something can be done, whereby these kind of workshops can be arranged on a regular basis, our members will be really become very prosper. Whatever materialistic word is there, that's okay. But today you have taken them to something special, something very special.
Thank you.
And if you permit your today's this workshop, this video can be shared on YouTube.
Yes, sir. I had spoken to Gracie ma'am already about that. I am happy to share the video. Just there is one restriction about the meditation audio recording. Yeah, except for that, because that is copyrighted material. Yeah, except for that, yeah, it can definitely be uploaded to benefit everyone.
And something I will have to talk to you later that how we can conduct more such sessions. Whether you are conducting or someone from your group is conducting, whatever way. Something
definitely, sir.
And
definitely,
I hope
sir.
that all participants will agree with me that we need more and more. Very thankful to you, Charmie. Yes,
no, thank you, sir. Thank you all of you for this wonderful opportunity. Really, I have to thank you, sir. The entire committee of BCAS, Gracie has been very kind, coordinating with me since a while, and a special thank you to Chirag Vajani. He has played an important role in making this happen. So I would like to thank all of you, sir, for giving me this platform to be of service, and I'm available anytime BCAS needs me. It is my fraternity, so yes, happy to be available for anything that you think I can do.
That is very nice of you. And Chirag is always a very good friend of all of us. He is always doing good for the
Yes, sir, absolutely.
Gracie, please carry on. Gracie?
Yes, on behalf of BCA and HR committee, I thank Charmie for willingly accepting our invitation and giving us such a wonderful learning, something which we will not get in any books. So thank you for your efforts, Charmie, and thank you for your time. And we look forward to more sessions from you. And we thank also the events team, Bilal especially, Javed also, and all the technical team. And
thank you.
We thank all each of you participants who have been with us here. And most of them have been here throughout. There are still 57 with us. So thank you very much, and join us next time when we have these sessions. And Chirag Vajani, thank you for recommending her. It was really a privilege to have her with us. And it coincided, I think, without knowing, with Women's Day
Yes.
today.
Happy International
Yeah,
Women's
thank
Day
you. Thank you,
to
Charmie. I
everyone.
hope you also are very happy. Yes. So good night, everyone.
Thank you so much, Tracy.
And
Wish
this
you the same.
being
Wish
in
you the
time
same.
is very important, actually. You know, I'm sorry I was a little late. I was not able to log in. Yeah. Thank you. Good night. Bye.
No worries. No worries. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you. Atma Namaste.
Special thanks to all participants who have been throughout these sessions, even in virtual meetings. Otherwise, if people join in the beginning, then go away. But here I saw that at least 74 people were continuously there throughout. That's wonderful. And it shows, Charmie, that how much people were interested in it. Huh?
Thank you, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
Charmie was
Yes.
very charming.
Oh.
Yes.
Workshop. Not
And she did everything the way we wanted it. Yes. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much
thank
for all the encouragement and support. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, yes. Wish you all the best also.
Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, sir.
And
Thank
hope to
you.
see you. Hope to see you again.
Yes, yes, same here, mutually.
Yes, bye bye. Yes, thank you.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye bye.